Right folks, come for a little walk around Maplin. I like Maplin, it's full of little gadgety things, and I might even have a look at some of the amplifiers for keyboards when we're in here so we can see. Go around there with an old manual like that. Right folks, here we are at the Five Ways roundabout, basically in the middle of Strathmartin Road. Strathmartin Road runs from the bottom of the hill all the way up to Strathmartin Hospital. And we have this rather grand looking building over there folks, look at that. It's like something Ceausescu would live in. Now I don't know whether this is the bunker that's supposed to have, if this is the bunker, if this is the library that's supposed to have the bunker, World War I or World War II bunker underneath it folks. Yes, there are stories and rumours, but we should go and find out. Well, yes indeed folks, there is a bunker under here, but it was more for ARP, whatever that is, and sort of nothing too military seemingly. So the way the lady was talking to me, I thought I was going to get in. I thought, right, this is it, I'm going to get. She's going to say, oh, just come and have a little look, but alas, she didn't. So anyway, but there we are. The rumour is true. There is some sort of bunker underneath the whole side library. Well, thank you. I just found another sort of advertising thing. What does that say? Unco or something? Not too sure that is. So I don't know if that's anything. I don't think it's anything too old, really, but yeah. So Strathmartin is one of the busiest roads and one of the longest roads in Dundee. As I said earlier, it starts way down and ends up way up at Strathmartin Hospital. So I don't know if I'm going to walk up. We'll see how far we'll get before anything happens. There's a very purple shop. Look at that. Tarot cards, tumblestones. Scott Brothers Butchers. It must be one of the biggest butchers ever. Look at it, massive. I'll say first, there's a bit of a smell of meat up this end. It's probably because of the butchers there. So, right, it's getting very cold now. I've got my hood up, folks. Now we've just passed the junction there with the convergence of two of Dundee's longest roads, the Cleppy Road and the Strathmartin Road. Now, if that were two rivers, that would have been a sacred place there, right there, the junction where they meet. Now, we're walking along this part of Cleppy Road. There's a bit of Jangliv's history here, folks, yes. Back in the, would have been now the 80s, my two mates lived up here, Rupert and Scott, and we used to come up here and play subbuteo, yes, flick to kick, bang. And yeah, it was great fun, man. I used to have a new disease we invented. It was called subbuteo back because you were bending over all the time. We used to play on a little snooker table, and it was just, folks, 323, the bay window up there. That's where we used to play subbuteo, flick to kick. Scott wasn't so good, but Rupert, he was really good at subbuteo. Him and I used to have some right old tussles, and in fact I'm sure we fell out at one point. I was like, I'm not playing him ever again, because he used a 5-in-a-line defensive line or something. So we fell out for a couple of days over subbuteo. You know, how old were we then? 30 odd, and we were playing children's games and having tantrums and falling out. Excellent. My goodness, I seem to be in Shed Street or something. Look, loads of sheds here. Ah, folks, I know where I am. Fairfield Road. Just over there is where the Fairfield, or the Gene Swifts or Genefield play. And I'm sure Donald Sutty sent me a link up here a long time ago, saying there was a bunker up here. Animal sort of things. There's an old plaque there, look, 1876. houses. Folks have found the Samaritans, look. Samaritans. Look at the old Glam's factory, folks. No, if I'm not mistaken, folks, this is the old Keeler factory. I'm sure of it. Oh, it's a three-piece suite. Oh, this is Tele Taxi's head office, and this must be their broadcasting mast. Found the escape rooms, folks. How'd you get in though? Serious parody. I didn't really know what this part is, folks. I thought it was the old Keeler building. Maybe it's not. I don't really know where I am, folks. Weird. Alpine fencing. Oh, it's like a ghost town walking down here, man. I've never been here before. I thought that was the old Keeler factory. I must be mistaken. Not really sure where we are. Fins, auto breakers. I've heard of fins. Crikey, where am I? Don't know, folks. On the outskirts. Right, folks, I'm a bit disorientated and I'm not quite sure where I am. I think I've parked away over there, but I've done a massive loop. But my back's got really sore all of a sudden. Oh, I've got to walk about 9 miles to get back to the car now, so a disaster. It's so bad. Will I make it? Now over the road, folks, there is the famous Klep Bar. Yes, the Klep Bar. I've been in there a few times. It's actually quite nice inside. It's very an old man sort of pub. I like the kind of brickwork on these flats here. Now, the place Fleming Gardens East, and the whole area is devoted to that chap Fleming, who remember I took you to the balustrade a few weeks ago, and he's the grandfather of Ian Fleming, the author, and he donated £155,000 way back, back then, back in the day, man, to build all these houses for the workers of Dundee. And yeah, excellent. They built all this. All these sort of Fleming places all belong to, or part of his heritage. And I am extremely lost. Just look at the entrance close. Look at that, it's great, isn't it? All that brickwork. Wonderful. Compared to the blandness of the other side. Like they've kind of got that nice old rustic feel. Bland. Nice. Bland. A street of two halves. And I'm sure there was uproar in this area because Dens Road and Dundee United's ground, Tannadice, are very close together. And some of these houses overlook Dens Road, the home of Dundee. Now Dundee play in blue and Dundee United play in a sort of tangerine. So these people say they did it on purpose. The council built these houses in that sort of tangerine colour to annoy all the Dundee fans. Yeah, well. So there's Tannadice, folks. And there we have Dens Park. So you can see they're both very close together. Alarm going off in Dundee's ground, folks. Somebody must have stolen a trophy. Oh no, they haven't got any trophies, have they? Don't think. Or maybe they won the cup. Way back in 1966 or something, I think. Oh no, that was England, wasn't it? Anyway, it's gone off now. I must put it back again. As you can see, some of the houses there are tangerine. And there's your Dundee blue. You see what they've done? Very sneaky.